Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Ron Childers. How was everybody holding up? Hope you're getting through the cold, the ice. We are almost at the end of this, but today is a first alert weather day, and our winter weather advisory remains, especially for a good part of West Tennessee. Memphis and Shelby County still included in this, as well as Crittenden County and Mississippi counties in eastern Arkansas. Northern Mississippi, you've been removed. Temperatures there warming just above freezing, but this is what it looks like outside. And yes, indeed, a winter wonderland after a morning of freezing rain, making streets even slipperier than they were with the ice and snow from earlier in the week. Out there in it in downtown Memphis this afternoon is our own Kelly Cook. She's standing by live. Kelly, first of all, I'm loving those earmuffs, okay? Those are wonderful.
Thank you.
How was the drive?
Not so wonderful, Ron. We're making a drive down here, my photographer and I, from East Memphis on Walnut Grove Road. Complete ice rink making our way down that way. It was very difficult to drive. We saw a lot of people who got stuck on the roads. It was not a safe trip, really encouraging people to stay at home. However, as I made my way from East Memphis into Midtown and then the medical district on to downtown, it was a completely different story. I want you to take a look at what we got going on here in downtown Memphis. This is the corner of Front Street and Beale Street, where you could see city crews have been doing a lot of work over the last few hours because it's pretty clear down here. There's driving is very much passable. I'm walking very gingerly on these sidewalks because, of course, you know, black ice is very slick there, but the roads are in pretty good shape from what I could see. I came down Union Avenue on my way here and it was fine as well. But listen, Ron, very interesting. I just spoke to a guy who is from Canada. And he said it's warmer in Canada than it is here in Memphis. He's here in town for the Blues International Challenge, and he says he's playing no matter what, ice or snow. Ron, send it back to you.
Ontario, Canada is certainly warmer than it is here in the Mid-South. Kelly, quick question before I let you go. Earlier this week, the city crews got out there and cleared streets around FedEx Forum for the NBA game. Do you think that had an impact on what we're seeing downtown today?
You know what, that very well could be. Want to make sure that people could get down there. And again, there are quite a few events going on in downtown Memphis. I'm staying in a hotel, and the first thing they ask me, are you here for the big event? You see people walking around with music instruments. So they know they have a lot of tourists who are coming into town, and I'm sure they wanted to be sure that the streets were clear enough in order to allow the guests to come. And then, of course, the University of Memphis Tigers, they got a big game tonight, coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. My advice to you, if you live downtown, you might be in good shape. I don't know, this might be something to see in good old recliner television to watch the Tigers play because it is slick out there, Ron.
Yeah, indeed, Kelly. Well, look, I'm going to let you get back somewhere safe and warm. Thank you for that live report downtown. We'll be hearing more from you on Action News 5 at 4, 5, and 6 this evening. Kelly Cook, live in downtown Memphis. Thank you, Kelly. Let's talk about what's going on because we started the morning with freezing rain as expected, especially across Memphis, Shelby County. Very light precipitation. Here's what we're dealing with now. There's still a little bit out there, but temperatures in northern Mississippi warming above freezing. So just a light rain there. We're still getting a little bit of freezing rain around parts of Fayette County, even into Hardeman County, although it is very light, but a bit of a drier pattern is going to start establishing itself. Now, if you have plans to travel to the east, I think I-40 from Jackson to Nashville could be a bit of a mess where they're expecting to get some freezing rain in that area as well. Looks like it may be transitioning over to rainfall, but here in the Mid-South, temperatures now at the freezing mark in Memphis. We're at 32 degrees. Same thing in Blythefield, 33 in Tunica. The warmest 35 in Marks, Mississippi, and Oxford at 36. So you can see why much of northern Mississippi removed from the winter weather advisory, although still below freezing in Holly Springs and right at freezing in Corinth. But it is cold nonetheless across the coverage area. As we go to Futurecast from now until 6, that's showing most of this out of here. So we're going to get it out late afternoon and into the evening. And then by 10 o'clock, 11, we'll have some clouds moving in. But temperatures are going to fall tonight. So anything that is on the ground is going to refreeze. By 7 in the morning, we're looking at temps in the mid-range of the 20s for much of the area. We'll likely still have some clouds, but we're also going to get some sunshine tomorrow, but don't expect a warm up. We will spend the day in the 20s across the Action News 5 coverage area as another shot of Arctic air comes into play. That's going to drop teens Friday night, or temperatures Friday night, into the lower teens and single digits around the mid-south. So here's what you need to know. We'll have temperatures in the teens and 20s tonight. Streets and bridges will refreeze, making driving treacherous. And then I want you to expect widespread fog. Yeah, here's your first alert to freezing fog. Looks like we're going to see it really start to build in after 7 o'clock tonight, 6 p.m. this evening, maybe a little bit along and east of the Mississippi River, but I expect more widespread fog right around midnight tonight, and that will gradually push off to the east. By 6 in the morning, should be out of here. No fog advisory at this point, but we're going to keep our eyes open for that. So here's what you need to know. Fog does develop late tonight. Now, water vapor adheres to everything when temperatures are below freezing. So this is super cooled liquid water vapor just floating in the air. And when it comes in contact with something, such as a bridge, an overpass, elevated objects, streets, or the windshield on your car, it's going to adhere to it and create a thin layer of just ice. So do not travel tonight. It's going to be extremely hazardous out there. Here's some good news, though. We will be in the 20s tomorrow and for Saturday, mid-30s on Sunday, and we start to warm by Monday into the mid-range of the 50s. But look at this, next Thursday, we're going with a high of 60 degrees. Folks, we could be shifting from tracking winter weather to tracking severe weather next week. Yeah, there's the chance. And we're working on the forecast right now. Maggie McCallie is going to join me later this afternoon to talk more about it. In the meantime, get the Action News 5 First Alert Weather app. If you don't have it, it's free for Apple and Android products. You're going to have the hour-by-hour forecast. Temperature is going to be critical tonight and for the next couple of days as more bitter cold comes in. But then next week, with the threat for thunderstorms in the area, well, we could be dealing with severe weather, a warning or alerts or advisories. So that app's going to come in very handy and get a workout. So grab it, get it, and in the meantime, stay inside, stay home where it's nice, warm, and safe. Check on your elderly friends, neighbors, relatives. Give them a call. Make sure they are doing okay. And don't forget about your pets. We're not out of this yet. If you've got outdoor pets, bring them inside. If not, make sure they've got plenty of warm bedding and shelter from all of this. And also, check their water every couple of hours. It's going to freeze hard out there too. Well, that's it for me this time around. We're going to do another cut in at about 3 o'clock, just keeping you updated with any new information. Jacob, who are we talking to at 3? Do we know yet? We'll hear from Imani Williams, who's out and about. I'm not sure where she is at this point, but be sure to check back with us at 3. And then Kim Clark and I will be here on the digital desk and on Action News 5 at 3:30 this afternoon. Of course, that's followed by Action News 5 at 4, and we're going to kick off a whole host of reporters in the fields and bring you the latest news, weather, and information, and of course, a look ahead to what's in store in the coming days. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.